We have Lanao del Sur 1st District Representative Zia Alonto Adjong on the line. Good morning, Congressman. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, Kong. First, ano po ang reaction nyo sa claim ni VP Sara na you're dragging daw her staff in the so-called political persecution against the Vice President?
Well, for me, for the office of the Vice President, not to if that's her position, I think I guess the office of the Vice President and the Vice President herself should attend the next committee hearing. If that's what she feels, para ma-insulate yung other staff to answer questions. Questions were supposed to be answered by the special disbursement officers and the Vice President herself. If that's what she feels, then I guess it's high time and that she attends the committee hearing and answer the questions herself.
That's right, Kong. Nandun na po ata si VP Sara sa loob ng Congress. No? So, meron po bang another invitation or are you going to talk to her given as a premises na siya?
Well, I think she's there or she was there. She visited her chief of staff. And the committee allowed her naman eh. May ano naman talaga, meron naman talagang chance for our visitors to check on the detainees.
Yes.
Tapos yes, but as far as the invitation is concerned, standing naman po yung invitation ng Committee on Good Government. So she can attend naman po the committee hearings.
Oo. Until when po ba natin na i-detain itong kanyang Chief of Staff na si Ms. Lopez sa sa inyong sa House of Representatives?
Well, the decision po is up until Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, until Monday. Yeah.
Okay. So we would also like to know po kung na-contact na po ba natin ang PSA and of course yung Philippine National Police about po dito sa certain Cocoy Villamin at saka baka may update na rin po kayo doon sa Mary Grace Piatos.
Nabigay na po ng committee na yan yung request. Actually, the motion was approved when Congressman Bungalon made that motion to seek the assistance of NBI and PSA para ma-verify whether Mary Grace Piatos is indeed a person or a made-up character. No? And I think the agency that has the authority and the capability to affirm the identity of Mary Grace Piatos in Cocoy Villamin is the PSA. Isa yun. So sa ngayon, dahil na-approve yung motion na yun, I'm pretty sure that the chairman of the Good Government Committee, Congressman Joel Chua, has already sent letter requests for these agencies to respond to the request of the committee. So sa ngayon, I'm sure nagkakaroon na po ng coordination dyan.
Okay.
But let's see on Monday kasi of course we have to give time also for these agencies to respond properly kasi if we're requesting them is to verify. So they have to go down to the records, no? Para makita.
Okay.
And it takes a while before these two agencies can finally come up with the verified result of what we have requested them to do.
Okay, Kong, I'd like to ask if you agree po with yung mga sinasabi po ng ibang lawmakers na yung officials po ng OVP, they are aware po, at least most of them are aware about may discrepancies nga po talaga sa mga resibo and they're just keeping mum about it.
Well, that's what we've asked some of the employees there. Apparently, what it appears, based on the answers of those who have attended, yung committee hearing ay mukhang compartmentalize yung pagpapatakbo sa opisina ng Office of the Vice President. Mismo po si Attorney Zulaika Lopez ay nagsabi po siya na though she knew about the confidential funds as part of the total budget for the OVP, insofar as the expenses or disbursement or utilization of the confidential funds, that is entirely a work or a role or a task given to Miss Gina Acosta. So even this was also supported by way of answering yung kanilang yung point person na naatasan ng Office of the Vice President to coordinate with DBM.
Right.
Si Tenido, Mr. Tenido. At si Gina Acosta nga yung ano. That's why it's very important that Ms. Acosta and Mr. Fajarda and yung Assistant Chief of Staff, si Mr. Tenerio, to attend the next committee hearing para since sila po yung nabigyan ng role at inatasan ng ganitong trabaho, baka sila po yung makakapagbigay ng mga sapat na kasagutan sa mga katanungan natin. Opo.
Pero Congressman, lastly, before we let you go, I know you're a very busy person. Tanong ko lang din po, ano po yung comment ninyo, reaction po ninyo doon sa sinabi ni VP Sara na wala naman daw po siyang alam doon sa mga acknowledgement receipts?
Well, to me, kung siya po yung principal and she delegated this role and task to the Special Disbursement Officer, and we're talking about funds of the government, I would expect that she's on top of this. She knows every detail. Kasi confidential funds po itong pinag-uusapan at pondo po ng national government. May kasabihan mo tayo na the buck stops at the principal. Right. Being the head of the agency, she should have been more yung monitoring niya and supervision niya should have been more direct, no? Para hindi ho halimbawa kung merong mga mali, at least directly she can admonish or she can even guide or even discipline and to some point advise.
So Congressman, in essence po ba hindi kayo naniniwala dun sa sinabi niya?
Let's take it at face value, because the reason why we're also requesting these special disbursement officers to show up in the next committee hearing and ask them whether they are doing this without the knowledge of the Vice President. But to me, lahat naman po tayo ay nagtrabaho sa ahensya ng gobyerno. Pag yung po pinag-uusapan natin pondo ng opisina, especially if we're talking about 500 million, 112.5 million, these are huge amounts. And para sa akin, if lahat naman tayo nagtatrabaho sa mga opisina, hindi ho basta-basta itong nagbibigay lang natin na parang may blanket authority doon sa inatasan natin ng mga tao na gastusin yung pondo without even knowing kung paano nila ginastos.
That's right.
Alright, on that note, maraming salamat po ulit sa inyong oras. That was now the Sur 1st District Representative Zia Alonto Adjo. Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat po.